Right, well, it's time to do the rooftop run challenges! So, let's go find them all, eh? And the first one is Doppelganger Race, of course. What music am I going to change it to? I think, I think I'll just go default music, actually. I like the bounce in the rave party style to the original Rooftop Run track. It just makes it a little livelier, if you know what I mean. Now the gondolas here are from I think it's Hilltop Zone in Sonic 2. And so on. Now I have to say that on the whole I like Generations' level choice. Especially City Escape and Rooftop Run here. I've got a lot of love for these levels. But I will say that on the whole there are a lot more levels that they could have chosen. They could have chosen a much more interesting one for Heroes, definitely. I mean, they could have chosen Casino Park, because even though I think that level annoys people, it's got awesome music. They could have chosen Egg Fleet. They could have even chosen like Mystic Mansion or whatever the other one was. Because sort of they were really great sort of gimmick levels. Don't want to play Frog Forest, don't want to play that one. Hated that level, but yeah, you get what I mean. Then, so like by getting rid of Seaside Hill, they could have then put Emerald Coast in instead of leading Speed Highway. Well, although Speed Highway is a good level, they're just a lot better levels they could have chosen, if you know what I mean. And I just wish they'd gone with better levels. And then also they probably should have chosen something from Sonic 3 rather than Sonic and Knuckles, so they could have done, I think, Ice Cap Zone. People really wanted that one. And that would have been quite an awesome level. So on the whole, sort of, the level choice is okay, but there's so much more that they could have chosen to do with it, which is a shame that they didn't bother. Well, it's not that they didn't bother, it's that they just sort of didn't do what they could have done. And I mean, I know a lot of people wanted, like, DLC, because, you know, that's, like, would allow you to play so many more levels, but obviously they're never going to do it. I mean, why would they? They've got no need to let you play levels. I mean, honestly, if they had done DLC levels, people would have leapt at them like there was no tomorrow. I mean, I know I would, but that's for sure. I would have paid for new levels, but they didn't go with it, which sucks. But oh well. Now, obviously we're not at the bosses of this area yet, but I might as well talk about them now. Well, talk about sort of the bosses in this game in general, since we're nearing the end of the walkthrough. I think the boss choice is alright. The Death Egg Robot probably wasn't the best of ideas, considering we've already well, he was already beaten in Sonic 4 Episode 1, and obviously it's kind of just the repetition. It wasn't needed, really. But then again, it's probably one of the better boss. They could have probably gone with the Sonic 3 boss with the Doomsday Zone. That would have been quite an interesting one to do. I think they got Dreamcast era spot on. I mean, just perfect chaos, yes. Much better than BioLizard or Final Hazard. Obviously BioLizard turns up in the he turns up in the 3DS version. Even though Shadow fought that boss, not Sonic. They do a lot of that in Generations 3D. Because, like, one of the stages is Radical Highway, and that was Shadow's stage as well. It's weird. So yeah, they made the perfect choice with the Dreamcast era boss. I just wish they'd made it longer. Then I think they did a decent choice with the modern era boss as well, but I'll explain my thoughts on him when we get to it. So yeah, in general the bosses are alright. It's just that I have certain frustrations with it. And the one thing that I will say about Generations is that it could have been so much longer. Well, it probably would have helped if the story had been more of a sort of thing. Because, obviously, Unleashed story was amazing. I love Unleashed story. And to be perfectly honest, that's what they should have done here. They kind of went too simple. I mean, I would have been fine with the Colours style story, because that's just sort of adorable fun. But they didn't. For some reason. And I've completely lost the chance of getting that S rank. But it doesn't matter, because sort of from this point onwards, I'm not even trying to get S ranks. Well, I'll try, but I'm not going to break my back trying to do so, because it's just not worth it. I tried this level numerous times and it just didn't work. So, I was out by 6.99 seconds. Oh well. I was not going to do that again. Ooh, musical track. Yay! Open your heart. Oh, that's gonna be amazing. And now let's play Race to Win, which is from Sonic Rivals 2. We always race to win, keep running to the end. One step ahead, stay back and watch me go the only way I know. Cause nothing's gonna slow me down, oh no! Now you know the guys who sang Escape from the City? Yeah, they sang Race to the Win. It's mainly done by Tony Carnell, and then I think Ted Poley does like backing vocals. So it's kind of like the opposite of Escape from the City, which is quite awesome. And I do like this song, it's just awesome. The risk is getting rough, but I just won't give up. The competition's getting really tight. If we can happen, cause I'm not stopping. No way, no how, no, the end's inside. To win, keep running till the end. I gotta move and stay one step ahead. Sit back and watch me go the only way I know. Because you know I always race to win. To win. It's just got awesome pace to it. And I quite like this mission. It's just fun. Yeah. Sonic does have a lot of great themes in it. I really wish that Generations had a theme song. To be honest, it's the first 3D Sonic game not to have a theme song. which kind of sucks, really. And yeah, that's another of my problems with Generations. It doesn't have a theme song. That's kind of what made a lot of the other Sonic games. I mean, it's always nice, sort of, like in Sonic Adventure 2, in Unleashed, in Sonic 06, and so on. You had, like, the main theme reprised in the final boss. Colours did it as well. And it just sort of, it bookends the game so nicely and just makes it sort of so epic, and it increases the power of the game. That's something the Generations missed out on. It didn't have that sort of glorious impact, because there was no theme to relate to it. I think sort of theme songs in general for games just sort of link you to the game really nicely. I mean, Tales of the Abyss's Karma, that sort of connection to that game, that song is amazing, and it just increases sort of your connection with the game because you recognise the song. In the last story, you've got Dobo Mano that turns up every now and again, and that's a gorgeous track, and it's sort of like one of the key things in the game. I mean, going back to the whole Tails thing, having Karma in Tales of the Abyss makes it a slightly more enjoyable experience than Tales of Symphonia in many ways, even if sort of, I think I do sort of prefer Tales of Symphonia, but that's largely nostalgia's sake, really. But the theme song makes things even better. It adds character and stuff to the game. And that's what Sonic's had for so long. And then this game, it just kind of wasn't here, which really sucks. Oh, come on. I'm so close to the end. Yes! Victory! So, other than the failure on the balloons, I'm doing quite well. I'm back here. You will be mine. Right, he'll be popping round very shortly. There we go, got him. Right. Now it's time for another Ron Ring, yeah? Oh god. Another One Ring challenge! Obviously it's harder than the first one. And that's generally how that's generally how further challenges work. But yeah. That we will. Easier said than done, mind, but them's the breaks. Give me back my ring! Thank you. Ha! I love the theme with that one, it's just glorious! The rest rank, cool. Owning it. Haha. Now, one thing that I don't think I've brought up at all, quite randomly, is the CGI scenes that were shown in the trailers, because like there's one of... Obviously, there's the initial one, which is in Green Hill Zone, which you see, but there was one in City Escape, and there was one in Rooftop Run that were shown in the trailers, but they never appeared in the game, which is just like, it sucks. It's just like, why? I liked those scenes, they were awesome. But, they can do what they like and stuff. Do. And now we get back to the awesome modern remix. And this mission's actually quite difficult to get an S rank on anyway. Just got to make sure you get all the rings in batches, otherwise you're going to start to struggle. Well, at least you'll find you'll start to struggle, probably, maybe. And don't get hit, for the love of God. It's not going to do you any good. It's just going to cause you hell, because you're just going to have to try and get the rings and so on, and just no. No, I missed all those rings. Gosh darn it. Nope, need more. There we go. Whew, that was a close one. Thank God I did it.